Hey everyone, so as the CEO has confirmed more updates, I have some seriously good news about Shiba Inu. Be sure to like the video. Thank you so much for supporting my content because we have so much to talk about today. So, the El Salvador is spreading like wildfire, and that's really awesome. Brazil Stock Exchange lists first the Bitcoin ETF in Latin America. This has never happened before, and this is not covered enough. And QR Capital's Bitcoin ETF started trading on Sao Paulo-based B3 exchange under a ticket QBTC11. And the big thing here is that a lot of countries are starting to adopt Bitcoin, which will later on actually be really good for Shiba Inu. Because Shiba Inu has the massive potential unlike any other coin. We see the market maturing in its search for safer and simpler Bitcoin exposure options. Our Bitcoin ETF is a landmark for both financial and crypto markets once the convergence point between them. So Brazil obviously looking into Bitcoin. Going into other news, Binance may gain customers because of Huobi's new restrictions that we are just seeing so far. Right now, a lot of traders and miners and everyone alike in China is looking for an alternative. They're not going to be quitting, and this will just diversify all of the income. Now, Huobi didn't specify which countries or region are affected, but according to China-based crypto journalist Colin Wood, the new restrictions specifically target users in China because of the renewed regulatory crackdown in the country. We all saw the ban. I think that's actually a pretty good news because Binance gains appeal. The obvious alternative to Huobi is Binance. They're going to go either Binance or smaller China-based exchanges. So Binance is going to grow. It's not the end of crypto. We can obviously see much more improvements in China. And I think China could at some point bring Bitcoin back. And call me crazy. And, a lot of cryptocurrencies still have way more potential. Now, Bukila's Bitcoin blunder for El Salvador. It's going to actually help El Salvador a lot, but it will also increase the fees and risk. So El Salvador's Bitcoin remittance scheme summarizes that if you send $50 to El Salvador, it will cost $25. And we got to check that. But it's obviously that Bitcoin could be pretty much good for El Salvador. It will definitely be good for the market because then Shiba Inu will increase finally after a long time. After the big dip, no one is happy when there are dips. But with the increase, we could be seeing a lot more potential. 82% of more than 1,600 respondents to the survey by El Salvador's Chamber of Commerce said that they don't want to receive a remittance in Bitcoins. 93% say they don't want to receive their salaries in Bitcoin. So they want to receive it in USD right now. So a lot has to change that people would want to be paid in Bitcoin. So would that be so they would be paid extra? Now, that's really a question right now. One of the many why El Salvadorian SQ Bitcoin is the fact the high cost of dealing in Bitcoin. At present, if El Salvadorans without bank account are sent Bitcoin but $1, they must exchange Bitcoin for dollar at Bitcoin ATM. So the ATMs are the big fee, which are a 5% fee, and that's the biggest thing. If we can beat the fee, then everything can be good. And I think El Salvador will actually look at the ATM fee. Now, Chinese Bitcoin miner is not even in the mood to drink anymore. And as we saw this ban, there's some good news I found here. Early in June, Miami Major Francis Suarez sent an open invitation to Chinese miners, offering the city cheap nuclear power and favorable regulations as incentives, which basically means that US could be the next big thing. We already saw Texas going in. Maybe they will add, Shiba Inu as payment. Right now, they're adding LTC for food and Bitcoin and Ethereum, but as previously reported by Cointelegraph, some major Bitcoin miners have already begun to set up shop in other countries. Bitcoin, the fifth largest mining pool by hash rate distribution, and it's moving to Kazakhstan. These miners are obviously moving from what I'm seeing. Zhang argued that migration overseas for Chinese miners could be anything but seamless. With hosting capabilities outside China reportedly oversubscribed, miners may have to deal with higher costs in other countries. Moving to the United States might also present another major cost issue for miners on account of 25% US tariff on Chinese goods. But it's really awesome if they do move to the US, if they can strike a deal, US could be the next mining hub. That's really exciting to see, but we're also seeing, some progress here for El Salvador. which is good. It's good news for Shiba. And if you did not know, El Salvador will be taking effect in about 70 days. Now, this is something. Certik Security Leaderboard on Twitter. We have heard from the community, and we always take accounts into their request. Upcoming Certik SHIB token Satoshi Kusuma AMA coming soon. Stay tuned for more details. So this has received a lot of likes so far, and I definitely think Shiba Inu right now is getting a lot of support, which is all we needed. Almost gave me a heart attack because of excitement only to see it's one from the 3 days ago. Yes, obviously this is an old announcement from what we're seeing, but we're getting, you know, some confirmation soon. We don't know when it's launching. Maybe it's launching by the time this video is up. But Bitcoin also, you know, in the help of Bitcoin. And in bid to buoy prices facing China's crackdown, delaying further sales could be seen as a way for Bitmain to shield both itself and its clients from falling prices of mining rigs. And they have decided to hit the brakes on sales of its crypto mining rigs. I don't think this is a bad thing. This is actually a pretty good thing. Now a lot of secondhand market is starting to rise from what we can see, but Shiba Swap will actually change the world on long term, and I wanted to give my own thoughts on it. We can very clearly see that there's a lot of updates so far. So every time I refresh the Reddit posts, you can see here that the CEO is very active. You know, this is basically old news. But for people demanding Shiba Swap, did you miss what I said? I said the Oracle provider of the swap set up via node on unification UND goes live this weekend or earlier. Proper infrastructure and security is what makes this swap and our future project a success. I think it's great that Shiba Swap will be basically good in the future. But I don't think a crypto ban also isn't a solution. So I think less countries will be banning crypto overall, which is, again, good news. Any government looking to ban cryptocurrencies will not be successful for multiple reasons. First of all, it's impossible to prevent people from using crypto assets, as governments have no control of these networks. Go SHIB decentralization. Nor are there any central figureheads or CEOs to pressure into shutting down mining activity, making it nearly impossible for governments to act. While regulators can make it difficult for service providers, those companies are not necessarily essential for sustaining cryptocurrencies. The numerous options that hackers and scammers have at their disposal make money should not be ignored. And the only thing that's happening with Bitcoin and why the countries want to ban Bitcoin is because hackers are basically having a lot of Bitcoin. And I don't think cracking down on cryptocurrency will work because the criminals use it, and it simply does not work. And there will be different focus. More and more countries are just starting to regulate crypto, which is exactly something we need so far. So this is good news because, you know, China is probably the only country, one out of the few, that's cracking down on crypto so far. In the future, we could be seeing, you know, actual countries accepting donations in crypto, such as Shiba Inu, and the crypto will be converted into US dollar first. So Republican House campaign to accept donations in crypto, and it tells you that crypto has a lot of potential. But I just want to put this good news out there because we haven't been talking much about Bitcoin going up, and if Bitcoin goes up, so does SHIB. And I want to see SHIB go to the moon with Shiba Swap with all the positive updates. Be sure to drop a like. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and see you until next time. Peace, everyone.